Okay, in this video, we're going to be working with finding the area of composite figures without grid paper. So once again, we're going to break our figures into shapes that we know and find the area of each of those shapes, and then we're going to add them together. So it's all in how you decide you want to look at it. So some of you might look at this figure and say, well, I see a circle and then something that looks like a rectangle, part of it missing. I personally am looking at it like this because I think it's going to be less work if I go through and find the area of this rectangle and then do a semicircle off of that instead of thinking of the whole circle. Okay, so my rectangle, to find the area of a rectangle, we're just going to take our 19 times 12. So 19 times 12 gives me an area of 228 for that part, feet squared, of course. Now, semicircle, because I'm not doing this part of it because that's already included in the rectangle. I'm going to find, first of all, my radius, which the whole distance is 12 going across here. So our radius is 6. So it's pi 3.14 times 6 squared. Divide that by 2. So 3.14 times 36. And then I'm going to divide that by 2. Gives me 56 for the semicircle, 56.52. Final step would be to add these two together. So 228. So if I add those together, it's going to give me a final answer of 284.52. Units were feet, and its area, so squared. Okay, once again, you want to break it into shapes that you know. Okay, I didn't want to do the whole circle because then I would have had to subtract off this part right here that was shared with that rectangle. So I chose to do a rectangle and a semicircle. Okay, we can't include the whole circle because it was only part of it. Okay, so what am I seeing here? Visuals that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a triangle. Okay, I'm seeing a rectangle because I know how to find the area of both of those. And then because that pool is actually part of that rectangle part, I'm just going to do the semicircle. Okay, if you do the whole circle, that's fine, but then you have to subtract off this part right here that's not part of that rectangle, okay? Because that part's cut out of the rectangular piece. Okay, so for this triangle, remember, it's base times height divided by 2. So there's a right angle right here. So we're going to take 10 times 24 and divide that by 2. So 10 times 24 is 240, divided by 2 gives me 120 for this, feet squared. Okay, so now I'm going to do my rectangle, which is 26, and this height here is also 26. It's actually a square. So 26 times 26 gives me 676 for this part. And this was 120 out here for that. And now I'm going to do my semicircle. So pi is 3.14 times my radius is just 13. So 13 squared is 169. Now I'm going to divide by 2 because it's only half of a circle. It gives me 265.33. Final step is to add all of these together. And when I add them, I get 1,061.33 units were feet squared. Okay, once again, when you are working composite figures, you have to break it down into those individual pieces, find the area of each, and then add them together.